what's the overall market structure of a pair. So you go to the highest time frame. So we went to our 1M, our monthly chart, right? This is not okay, yeah, it is. Monthly chart, that's the first thing first. If you look properly, we can already see that we have a major support right here, right? And this is our major resistance. So you have to do what? Highlight these two major zones. Let's go to major resistance is that one up there, right? On a monthly, by the way, guys. And then this previous resistance gave us that. And now if I go to candlesticks, everything is clear. That's the overall market structure, guys. You can clearly state that this was a previous high, which is a resistance. The market broke that high and came back and retested there. Right? So broken resistance became support. Now meaning that the market is in an overall bullish market on a monthly chart. Alright, cool. Let's go back to candlesticks. Our line chart. Alright, so looking at this, look at the current market right now. Let's zoom in. The market currently is here. Right, where is it? Previous resistance. There's a high right here that the market, let me highlight this high first. This major zone. There's a major zone currently on the monthly chart, right? If we're using our strategy, obviously we trade breakouts. We can clearly see that the market broke the resistance zone and gave us a pullback. So if we are to join our zones right here, or our trend, we have something similar to that, right? That shows that the market is still respecting an uptrend. We didn't break below our trend line. So meaning we're still looking for an overall bullish market. Alright, cool. So now let's clear everything on the chart. We can go to weekly top-down analysis. Alright, on the weekly chart, now we can see what I was talking about more clear. Let me remove the trend line. Alright, that's what we have overall. The market is still respecting that zone. So now we're going to go out to daily chart. Let me clear everything on the chart firstly. My favorite time frame is a daily chart, to be honest. But all of them are important. Just that I prefer a daily more than all of them. Alright, cool. Let me zoom out a bit. This album is, I'm not sure about it, eh? Really not sure about this album. Okay, it's whatever. Anyway, let's continue right now. We already know that we want to mark our uptrend. So let me just break down our market structure. Why am I doing this? I want to send all the setup for all the pairs. So I'm going to start with the daily chart. I'm going to send this setup in the group in our Telegram channel. Then 4 hour, 1 hour, till 15 minutes. Alright, cool. Let's do that. First of all, market structure. Very important, guys. We're going to label our chart as well. It's important to label our chart. Alright, today, most of the times I don't label it because it's not really important, but for me it is. So I'm going to do that today. Alright, cool. We have a major descending channel. And remember what I said about a descending channel. Descending channel gives us an overall bullish market, right? Overall. We have a break of structure and a retest all back to the zone, right? Where is that zone? The support, previous support zone. There was a support here. The market respected that. So now we broke above the trend, meaning we're looking for buying opportunities, right? Overall, not the reason why I always give you guys a market structure is because it's a long term. I struggle finding the supply and demand, bro. Who's this? Damn. Ezra, yeah, Ezra's better. Ezra, the simplest way I can explain to you with support and resistance, right? Every chart or every pair, any time frame has a high and a low, right? Remember, when you analyze the market, you can analyze from the current market what's happening currently so that you can predict the next movement. But you can also go back to history, analyze the previous market so that you can predict the future, right? So if you're struggling with identifying your major zones, start with the daily chart, highest time frame. Where is your lowest? But let me delete everything. Let me help him out quickly, guys. I'll continue. Right? If right now you don't know how to place support and resistance, where is the highest? Let's say right now, let's look at the market. This is a daily chart. Where is the highest part of the graph overall right now? It's here. This is the highest. There's now nothing higher than that zone. So meaning that's your major resistance zone, right? Okay, cool. Then where is the lowest part, right? Lowest part is here. On a daily chart current, it's here. There's nothing lower than that on this zone because that's a high, meaning this is a low, right? Cool. Then you highlight that as well. Normally, I always say this before I place this. If normally there's a low here or a high, whatever, if the market decides to reverse in the middle of nowhere, why is it focusing? You work on the lighting. If the market decides to reverse in the middle of nowhere, always go back in history. You'll get all the answers that you need. Highlight that zone, go back to the previous market. There you go. Broken resistance became support. So you have a valid zone on a daily chart. So do the same thing on different time frames. If you're going up on the current market, the same exact thing. You identify the major zones. Where's your highest part of the graph currently? Highest part there, your resistance. Lowest part here, support. Then you just wait for breakouts. I trade breakouts, guys. So that's how you identify support and resistance. Use the same method on all the time frames. Practice it, then you'll tell me tomorrow how is it for you. Just try to do it today, and then tomorrow let me know if you can see what I was talking about. If not, try for the whole week. Alright, cool, let's continue. Okay, let me see. Okay, can you please do USDs after everything? The BRIC summit is an opt. Okay, cool. I'll do that. I'll check USDs as well. Don't worry about it. Let me let's see. I see. Yes, always look left, but identify highest peak and lowest peak. Yes, sir. Always. Previous market will always predict the future. Predicting doesn't mean it's gonna happen the exact way you see it. Hence we say predict. There's a possibility of it happening because it's price action. What the price did on this zone right here, guys. The reason why I don't look at price, you guys get yourself confused. Price is not really, it is important, I'm not gonna lie, but you already know that this is a price, this is a price, this is a price. You don't have to check that now the price is on 342, whatever. No, guys, look at the highest zone there. You already know if the price reacted on this zone, if the market comes back to this zone, it's going to react again because that's how we use price action. Or let me say, that's how I use it. Let me not speak for everyone. Alright, cool. So let's continue. Good morning. Could you check Nasdaq, please? Yes, sir. We're gonna do that after US theory. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. I wanna send you guys. I don't wanna send them the setup in the group because if I send a setup, people are just gonna always wait for me to send setup. So no, I'm just gonna send them an over market structure. That's the only thing I'm gonna give them on the channel. Market structure. Sometimes I do give out setups, but I'd rather give students because people just camp in there just to get information. Right, cool. Like I said, right now the market gave us this resistance zone. This was our highest part of the graph, right? Was. If you look properly, the market is currently on that zone or in that zone. Let me check our candlesticks. Maybe we'll see something different. Okay, fine. If you look properly there, the market didn't break as yet. We don't have a break above, we don't have a break below. So if you don't have a breakout, what do? You wait. Like I always tell you guys, trading, most of the times you wait. It's patience. Psychology of trading, like knowing when to enter, knowing when to wait. Never chase the market. Anything that you chase runs away. Anything that you're gonna chase means gonna run away. You wait for the market. You don't chase the market. So we're not chasers here. We wait for the market. Patience, guys. Right, cool. So right now, because you already know that or state that we're on an uptrend, right? What I'm gonna do now is delete everything on the chart. Focus on the uptrend. Where is the uptrend? First of all, we have this major zone right here, support, right? We didn't break this zone as yet. We didn't break below that zone. So there is no way I'm looking at this. I'm trying to look at the current market. I was looking at the previous market. We have a break of structure, meaning we're on an uptrend, right? Let's go to candlesticks to confirm what I'm saying. Let's zoom in, right? This is where people start looking at for the first touch, second touch, and third touch, which is okay if you use that. I'm not gonna hate on that, right? Now look at the market. We can see a young hammer forming right there, right, on a daily chart. That's a selling opportunity. Looking at it currently, you didn't analyze it yet, you didn't break it down. But you can clearly state that it's forming a hammer. And I spoke about this yesterday, but let's continue. Alright? Shit. So alright, cool. Now we have going back to candlestick line chart, right? I love line charts, guys. It's the best chart ever for me. Okay. Let me make it accurate. I want these lines to be accurate. So we have our major support right there, right? And I always say if you have a major support, have a major resistance as well. That way we form a channel. Someone will be like, why is your thing floating? You can still make it a flag, guys. There's so many ways to trade. It's all about what works for you. We will never analyze the same way. Trade how you understand the market. Just because I analyze like this, you don't have to be me. Find your own abilities. You can use the same information, yes. Like for example, my students are giving the same lesson, same everything, but how they trade will never be the same. The goal is the same, but we'll never trade the same because every human being is different, guys. So never try to be me or your friend or whoever, because you'll never be that person. That's where we lose it. Find that thing that's fucking you, use it. Alright, cool. Looking at this is a flag, right? Or let me say ascending channel still. Someone said no, it's a flag. I'll still say an ascending channel. Fine. Okay. So right now we didn't break. We don't have a breakout. So what do we do if we don't have a break of a major zone? We trade within the channel. So we go inside and analyze inside because we don't have a breakout, right? So on a daily chart, this is what I'm looking at, right? There's a possibility that if we break this, right, based on the channel, right, if we break this resistance zone, so the support zone, we have a resistance right there. Let's break it down firstly. Did I reply everyone? Okay, cool, yeah. Let's find our arrow. We have a first touch on that resistance zone, right? The market reached that zone, and then you had a second touch that forms a pattern. What pattern is this? A double top. So identify your, label your chart, guys. Back to EMS. Right? What is it? Double top, right? Double top. I can't see properly here, guys. I wear glasses. Double top, right? And I'm holding this, so I'm using one hand to actually type. No, what am I right? What am I typing there? Double top, right? Cool. There it is. It's too big. Let's lower it down 18, 16 here. Yeah, there we go. So the first thing first is that on US30 on a daily chart, the market reached a major zone, which is a resistance zone, right? And the market respected that with a form of what? A double top. A double top pattern is a reversal pattern. Hence the market gave us that correction right there. We trade breakouts. We don't have a breakout. So you're going to be patient. Because if we're analyzing this long term, right? Why is... Okay, it's fine. I'll go back to history. So if we're analyzing this long term, if the market breaks our structure, we're looking at an overall correction movement, right? Let's identify that as well. There's a major support here. Remember what I said, major support and major resistance. We don't have a breakout, we just have a channel and a pattern. So we don't have confirmations as yet. Hence we'll go to smaller time frames to get those confirmations. But if the market gave us a breakout, we're expecting the market to do what? To give us a correction movement. Let me just delete this, we don't need it. Risk reward ratio, break of structure from here. If we break our zone, we're looking at an overall correction movement, right? But we're gonna confirm everything we did right here on a lower time frame. Hence I say top-down analysis. You're gonna go to a smaller time frame. Before that, let's go to candlesticks and then confirm what we just did right here. right? This is what we have. We don't have a breakout, so we wanna go to smaller time frame and look for that breakout. Oh yeah. Okay, what am I doing? No, 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 not Q. On the circle, 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 circle. So we're looking for a break of structure around this zone right here. A break of structure, right? Alright, cool. Now let's delete everything on the chart. Let's confirm if the market is still giving us a downtrend. Now we go to what? 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. Let's go to 4-hour chart. Back to line chart, guys. Back to line chart. Back to line chart. Alright. So here, about what's the most important thing on this zone? Is the previous high. We have this high right here. Let's start with this high. Before use of a trend line, let's start with the high. The resistance zone. Previously. Alright, we have that zone. This zone right here. That's a previous resistance. Why am I saying that? Why are my markers? If you look properly, the market respected this, didn't break above. It has been below the trend line. So meaning this is a major zone. This is a major zone. Correction impulse. Correction impulse. It didn't break this zone right here, right? So let's drag it all the way to the current market. We are currently where? On the same exact zone that the market didn't want to break. And if you look at that properly, we broke it below. I think let's go to candlestick and check. Yeah, we have a breakout, right? So what are we going to look for right now? A pullback, right? But before that, let's just do this. Our trend line again. We don't have a major breakout for us to say this will be an overall selling opportunity. So we cannot say the market is moving in it. What's happening right here? I'm trying to play the whole album. It's playing its own things, guys. I'm sorry. Let me quickly. Let me play something quickly. We'll continue just now. Alright, cool. Now let's continue. Like I was saying, we cannot say that the market is moving an overall correction movement if we didn't break this major zone right here. There's a chance that the market can reverse and go back to the bullish market. So we have to wait for a major break. So we don't have a break. Let's continue going to a smaller time frame. Back to the moon. So now we're going to what? 4-hour chart, right? Let's go to 4-hour chart. This is what I'm looking for. I mean 1-hour chart actually. This is what I'm looking for right now. So this is what we call the current market. This is the current market, right? On the current market, major zone, resistant, right? So this resistant, where's our major support right here? This is our major support. So we only care about this zone. Hence I always say, guys, we trade from zone to zone. Forget about what the market will do if it breaks here or it breaks above. We care about the inside of these two zones. That's where we actually going to analyze and get proper zones, right? Cool. Let's continue right now. Let's break it down. Before you can even look at what's happening right now, we have to break down the chart so that it makes sense. Even in the future, you understand, oh, this happened because of that. Anyway, cool. First of all, we spoke about this double top, right? We still have the same double top on a smaller time frame. We still have the same flipping double top on the same smaller time frame on a 1-hour chart. Confirmation, right? Cool. If you wanna see that, remember guys, use a line chart, because if you don't use a line chart, you're going to have those things fake out. That's how you get trapped, right? So use a line chart to avoid a lot of things. Anyway, let's continue. Let me zoom out. Shout out for the 593 likes, guys. Appreciate the people tapping the screen. Alright, let's continue. So right now, what do we have right here? We have a major support right here. Support zone followed by what? A resistance. That gives us what? Ascending channel. Ascending channel after break and retest give us what? Confirmation of a correction movement. That's the first one. Let's go back to candlesticks. Confirmed, right? Back to here. Where is our major support right here? We have a major support here. Let me find my. We have a major support right here. That's a major support, right? The market respected our channel, breakout, retest. It never broke above the trend line. Or, yeah, the trend line actually. So the market has been respecting this channel. It's not selling because only of the double top. Double top was the first confirmation. But after this break and retest on that support zone, that's what confirmed everything, because we have a neckline right here, or previous resistance. I'm sorry, I hope you guys can see that. Right there. There's a mini zone right there that gave us a confirmation. If you go to candlesticks, you'll see that break and a retest. Right? Cool. So now we know that the market respected our channel, meaning every time we see an ascending channel and descending channel, it's a confirmation of a structure, guys. It will never lie. We've been proving it so many times. You can backtest on your own on all the markets, whether it's currencies, stocks, synthetics, it doesn't matter. As long as it's a chart, the market will respect price action if you know how to analyze that. Right? Cool. Ah, flip. Fucking head. Alright, cool. Let's continue. Right? Now we broke the major support, right? And I always say, if the market breaks a major zone, that zone is going to be another zone. What do I mean by that? A broken support becomes a resistance. Bro, I'm new and I wanna learn. Welcome to Blueprint FX. Stay tuned. Pull up. Just what if you are really beginner, you don't know nothing at all. Just watch a few stuff that we're doing live, and then you'll decide if I'm worth being your mentor. If not, find someone you think is gonna help you through this journey. I always say, guys, I don't have to be you guys' mentor. If you feel like there's someone else who can do or help you out, go for that person. It doesn't necessarily have to be me, right? So yeah, let's continue. So we broke what? The support. Broken support became resistance. We go and zoom on that resistance zone. This is no more support. We have a resistance. We broke the low. So if we broke that support, we can just put this market like this so it makes sense. That's a high right now. Hence I say broken support becomes resistance. Alright, cool. Let's see. Alright, cool. Now let's go to the current market. Not current, but where we have a breakout. Breakout retest, right? Let's go to candlesticks. Okay? The market respected that zone. There's another zone right here. It's a confirmation. Remember, the market won't give you like obvious patterns or channels all the time. Sometimes they're gonna be skewed. Good, and you know. You goat and you know that. Oh, baby say it better, guys. I'll never call myself a goat. Give that to the people. Anyway, cool. Let's continue. Whatever he said. I'm gonna play that song even. Another channel. What channel is that? What channel is that, guys? Another ascending channel. So if right now, ascending channel on the previous market gave us, this ascending channel, right, gave us a breakout and a retest and confirmed the correction movement, what are we expecting on this current market? We're expecting the same exact thing. This is another channel or a flag, whatever you guys call it, it's okay. I use channels. If you say it's a flag, guys, I'm not gonna argue with you. Use use your own information that you understand. I'm also using what I understand, right? Cool. Edge builder. So there you go, another channel, right? Break of structure retest. Remember, we trade from zone to zone. If we break the major support, if we're selling, if we break this support, it's a continuation pattern, guys. That's a confirmation. That's how I get my first entry, my second entry, because of break of zones or structure, right? Cool. Let's continue. Line chart. Guys, line chart is important. Trust me, line chart is important, right? So now we have another channel there. The market gave us a correction. Now let's focus on where the market is currently. This is the interesting part right here, right? Again, if the market reversed in the middle of nowhere, what do we do? Previous market. There we go. Resistance zone. Breakout. Let's go to the previous market. Yeah. Whoa. There we go. So what is that, guys? There's a previous resistance zone right here. That's a high, right? Then now on that market, the market respected that zone. That's the reason why we're having a correction. right? You can call that a double top if you want. It's still valid as well. So now, if you go back again in history, there's another zone. Guys, the previous market will never lie. Because it predicts the future always. I can argue with anyone, like always. There's no need to argue because I know the truth. So there's no need to argue with anyone actually. Right? So there's a zone. So on this zone, what do we have? This is what we call a resistance zone. It was a resistant, it became support here, then you have a bullish market, right? That market came back here. We broke the support. So a broken support becomes a resistant. So let's look at that support, right? I mean that resistant right now. So this is no longer a support but a resistant, right? First of all, we have that first touch right there. Confirmation, right? Remember, if a trend line it's been respected more than 3 times, that's a solid S trend line. I mean zone. It's a solid zone. So if you have more than 3 touches, remember we only have double top and triple top. There's no 4 touches or whatever. So meaning if the market has fluctuated more than 3 times in a zone, that's a strong S zone. Right? Cool. First touch, second touch. We have a third touch right here. Let's go on this major resistance zone. We have this zone right here as well, right? The market respected this. If we go to the current market right now, we still have another resistance right there. So it shows that the market is respecting the setup so far, right? We're still good. So meaning on this zone, we are looking, guys, I'm not saying sell. We are looking for selling opportunities, right? Where is our target? Our target is the major support. But here's a catch again. That's where you guys get trapped most of the times. Before the market reaches this support, this is what we call your 100% profit, right? Your TP. Before the market reaches support, there's gonna be other zones. Neckline zone, your previous zones. I call them, yeah, it's a 90% ratio. There's a zone right here. Let me just say the previous resistance. If we highlight this zone, when the market reaches here, it's going to react. So you cannot put your TP on the major support if the market didn't break that previous resistance, right? So you have to put your TP on this zone. Like I always say, there's no one who's 100% in the market. So if you know there's no one who's 100%, don't try to get 100% profit. Target from 70% to 90%. If you want to be consistent in the market, don't try to hit TPs all the time, the major TPs, just to flex on people. It will never end well. It's going to be good for a week or a month. 6 months down the line, you know nowhere to be found. Why? Because it was luck. You don't know what you're doing. You just got lucky. Excuse me. Right? I have already known I have to go upstairs to get tissue. But let's continue. I'll try to finish this pair first. Okay, cool. Now we have that resistance. We know that from this resistance, that's where we're gonna look for selling opportunities up until this first zone, meaning this TP1, TP2. We're gonna break it down right now. So it makes sense, guys, right? Because I'm not gonna go to here for now. So the reason I'm explaining the previous market so that you understand when I analyze the current market. So now let's go to the current market. Did I still zoom? Yeah, I zoomed. Anyway, cool, let's continue. Let's continue now. Now where we at the current market. This is what people care about. But do you see, before I got to this zone, how long it took me? Because I started from a daily chart, 4-hour chart, now I'm on 1-hour chart, the current market, right? On the current market, what's the first thing that I'm looking at? Let's go to candlesticks first. Right? This is our candlesticks. We have a major zone. So if the market breaks above the trend, we're gonna start looking for buying opportunities, right? We didn't break that zone as yet. I can see it's forming another pattern here, but we'll come back to that. The market didn't break above, right? It didn't break below as well. It's still on a zone. So you have to be patient and wait for a breakout. Let's continue. Back to candlesticks. I mean line chart, right? On this line chart, what do we have right there? We have a double top on this major zone. First touch on this resistance, fluctuation, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. We had another touch right there. That gave us a double top, right? We can see that neckline I always talk about, guys. This is an M formation. Look at the 1 hour. This is an M formation. This is clear that here is a zone. There's a zone right here. Let me make it white if it's possible, if it's going to be clear. Let's look at that zone right there. That's a neckline. That's a previous support. If the market pulls back to the support and respects this zone, it's going to be a resistance. Right? Cool. Now we'll wait for the market to do that. But for now, we have to analyze something. Let me go back. Okay. Back. Yeah. So what are we interested in right now? A break of structure. Let's do that. We have a break, we have a pullback. Let's confirm that on a candlestick. 100%. Okay, cool. Because I'm still using trend line. Line chart. I'm still using a line chart. I have something similar to that, right? Let's go to candlesticks right now. Okay. Right. We're gonna go to 15 minutes chart after this, right? So if we look at this zone, like I said, on the line chart, there's a neckline right here. We want the market to retest there. If we retest that zone and the market respects that zone, we're going to have a reversal. But right now it's a waiting game. So for us to see that clearly, let's go to 15 minutes chart. That's where we end. We don't trade anything lower than 15 minutes, guys. We don't trade anything lower than 15 minutes. Let's adjust our zones. Excuse me, there we go, ascending channel. Yeah. Okay. So this is our 15 minutes. Our neckline is still clear. There it is right there. This is what we call a pullback. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Ntantla? Welcome to the live. Anyway, cool. Let's continue. So there's a there's a possibility of a pullback towards this zone right here because that's our neckline area, right? So right now, I want to confirm something as well. 15 minutes chart, don't forget that, right? You want 15 minutes chart. Let's start from that resistance, right? There, where's our resistance? This one. Let's look at that, guys. I use of a trend line, right? Let's go to an hour chart. This time frame, nope. Too much. There's too much noise on the smaller time frames, guys. All right. Another way to confirm. Let's forget about that zone. That zone. There's too many. Let's wait for the neckline right there. But I saw something else, and so I'm deleting these lines here. Let's look at our major support. Thanks a lot. I learned a lot. Shout out, Nell. Shout out. Let's keep on learning. Let's keep on spreading the knowledge, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support as well. Right, cool. So now there's a support here. Look at that. First of all, remember I always say the trend line will never go to the left. This is a previous market. We had this breakout. We had this breakout. The market has been breaking out. Look at that. Look at that. So now we care about the current market. Where is the current market? Right about here. Right about there. Right? So we want the market did break out. We have a breakout right there. But this is a pullback. We have a pullback. So hence I'm saying, let's wait for that confirmation on 15 minutes chart so we can get an entry point on this zone. If the market doesn't respect our zone, then you have to put your stop loss on the current, on the next zone. Not too close. Don't put it on an obvious zone where the market, if it comes, is going to reverse again, guys. Right? Let's use this. Let me see. Going to work now. Shout out, shout out. Enjoy your work. Enjoy your work. Enjoy your work. Enjoy your day, actually. So what I can do, rather, for me to be on the safe side of the market, guys, the main thing is not to get sniper entries. Because some people cry for snipers and they end up blowing their accounts because they want that best. Guys, you can't always have the best entry. So rather what you're going to do right now is that we already know this is a resistance zone. So I'm deleting this line. Where is it? Come on. So you want the market to break below here. So this is how you confirm for a movement, right? This is a neckline. That's why we're saying that we have waiting for a reversal from this zone right here. There's a major resistance. There's a neckline zone right here, right? So we're saying that if the market reaches here, we want the market to reverse. But for us to be on the safe side, wait for the break of a support. Because if we break this support zone, then that's our signal right there. This is how I give out you guys signals, guys. Knowledge is power. I'm not lying. Knowledge is power. So where will my stop loss be? On the major resistance, because I'm looking for a reversal on this zone. But there's a possibility that the market can go to this major resistance zone and reverse from there. So you just move your stop loss a bit higher than the major resistance, because on a resistance zone, that's where we look for selling opportunities. So you can't put your stop loss on a resistance zone, because if the market reaches the resistance, it's going to give you a reversal, right? So that will be the first thing for today. Let's wait for the market to retest. We want to pull back right now, because let me give you guys another confirmation. Shout out, bro. You're doing a great thing. Keep educating us. Shout out, man. Appreciate the love and support as well. With that being said, let's get it to 2K likes, guys. Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy in the like section. All right, cool. Now look at this. Look at why I was saying we're looking for a breakout. This is how we get our confirmations. Hence, I always say you will never get all the trades right. And if you don't, it's okay. Just follow your strategy, guys. The most important thing, I saw this other thing, I think someone was live yesterday on TikTok, or I saw a post, I'm not sure. Someone said that, which was good information. It was like, even if you take 5 trades, right, and you lose 3 trades out of 5, right? But those three trades you're only losing $10. The other trades you make $50. It's a win, guys. You don't have to get every trade right. The important is risk management. First of all, how many on one setup? Let's say on this setup. First of all, before I calculate the stop loss and everything, how much do I want to lose on this zone, right? And then I know if the market reaches my resistance zone, my stop loss will be there. So with that, I have to know that, okay, cool. On this trade, let's talk with dollars, right? Let's say I have $100 account. On $100, I cannot risk half of my account. That's insane. That's gambling, guys. I want to call it now. That's gambling. If that works for you, away. But that's gambling. When it comes to trading, tell yourself that on a $100 account, maximum I can lose on a trade, let it be $30. At least. I would say 20, but for argument's sake, it's just $30. You cannot lose more than half of your account on one signal. On one trade. That's crazy. Right? So right now with this setup, if I'm telling myself my stop loss is maximum $10, even if I lose 5 trades, that's $50. But if I get one entry and it comes to my TP and I get $300, guys, come on. I'm done for the next 3 days. So the problem is you guys want to always see profit. That's why I don't fuck with day trading. I prefer swing. Because swing trading, you don't have to look for entries every day. Right now I can give you guys setup and then we'll talk about them next week. I'll give you guys a signal, maybe 2 signals in a week. They are swing trades. So people remember when you trade every day, you end up losing everything by the end of the month. When you get to the end of the month in trading, you think that once we give you a mentorship or we give you knowledge, then it's like, guys, come on, how many times does a teacher give you lessons, classwork, homework? I'm not even talking about a lecture, a teacher. How many homeworks have you done ever since you were in primary? But now you want to come here, we have one session, then it's done. Come on, guys, stop playing yourself. Sometimes you have to be realistic. Sometimes someone has to tell you guys the truth. Or else you're always going to think this is a game where you're just going to come in and you make money and it's over. And the biggest problem is that people promote that. They make it look like it's just easy. It's easy when you know the knowledge, when you have the knowledge. Without the knowledge, this is the hardest thing ever. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you don't have the knowledge, this is the hardest thing ever. But now look how I make it look easy. But how many sleepless nights were there? So that's one other thing. So let's continue. Enough of that. Let's see. I'm learning a lot. I used to jump in without analyzing Bravo. Which broker are you using? I prefer Xness. When it comes to this market Xness, SA brokers, I don't fuck with all of them, personally. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I would never recommend an SA broker to anyone. Suicide. That's suicide. That's literally. Yes, they can pay quick. They can be volatile, but I don't want to gamble, guys. I want to trade. I'm not a gambler. I'm a trader. Hence, I know where to go out, when to go in. So, right, cool. Now, I always say, guys, this is the setup. If the market respects this zone, don't enter because we respected the neckline. Enter after a break of this support, right? We're going to execute after the break of this support because we're going to have to confirm that this structure has been broken. Because if we break this support, it's a break of structure. Do you have a daily target? Nope. The worst thing you can do to yourself as a trader is have a daily target. I know most mentors will say, no, daily target this. Guys, let's be realistic. Right now, if I have a daily target of maybe $100 every day, it's possible I can do it, right? But I'm forcing myself, so meaning I'm forcing the market to give me $100. Guys, I cannot force the market. All I can do, my targets are this. If the market reaches here, that's my target. If I get $10, that's what I deserve. If I get $50, $100, that's what I deserve. I don't have a daily target. I have setups. My targets are setups. Because if I have $100, let's say I have $100 daily target, I'm gonna force myself to enter trades till I get $100. And if I get it in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour, I'm gonna feel like, it's just $100. Let me try again and trade again, end up blowing. Been there, done that, guys. I'm not gonna play myself anymore. When did you start trading? Yo. Like actually, like, are you talking about like when did I start understanding the markets, or when did I start being introduced to trading? Because there's two different things. Just make sure, I want to know which one you're asking. When I actually started to see the markets, or when did I actually start? The first year when I started being introduced to the markets. Both. I started being introduced to the markets in 2018. 2017, some of my friends were trading, but it wasn't my thing. I was in fashion school. Then 2018, I was starting to be introduced to the markets. But I took everything serious from 2019, end of 2019, before COVID hit. That's when I started taking everything serious in the markets. So we're talking about what? 6-7 years in the game. But I started being profitable from 2020, 2021. So imagine how many years. I never had a mentor, guys. That's the craziest thing ever. I had never had a mentor. Yo, it was the worst thing ever. Hence I'm saying, guys, it's a journey. It's a flipping journey. So right now, just wait for a breakout. I mean, a pullback. If we don't break this support, forget about this setup. So right now, it's a waiting game. Me giving you this doesn't mean you're gonna go here and execute. No, I give you a setup based on how the market is behaving. What we're gonna wait for is for the market to break this support. If we break this support, we wait for a pullback, then this is our setup for the day. Then we're done, guys. So you see that people who say that I have 9 to 5, I can't trade, it's all about lack of information, guys. You don't have to look at the markets the whole day. This is what you can do, then you're done for the day. You wait for the confirmations. Once you have confirmation, execute. You have your stop loss zone, TP zone. If the market is your stop loss, it's okay. Step away from the market. If the market is your TP, it's okay. Step away from the market. Remember, in a day we have 3 sessions, guys. This is a morning session. We're gonna go live for 2 hours. Then we're gonna come back around 1 o'clock. We're gonna have another 2-hour session. Then we're gonna come back around maybe at night. We're gonna have another 2-hour session. So we have 3 sessions in a day. Remember, hence I stopped giving a private, not private, what do you call it? Private live stream. I was like, you know what? Since I'm back on TikTok information will be free. Then I'll just create, what did I do now? Guys, what did I do? Someone help. I pressed something. I don't know what the hell happened. What the hell just happened? USDT, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, let's see if there's any questions.